Undoubtedly Africa's favorite male face on your silver screen. He's a politician, he's a farmer, he's an actor. Our very special guest, Mr. John Dumelo. He is the first Ghanaian to have hit 1 million likes on Facebook. He's a very special guest right here on KOD Meets. Arguably Africa's finest favorite face on our silver screens, Mr. John Dumelo. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Hello, cheers. Hello, cheers, sir. Happy New Year.
Same to you, my brother.
It's good to see you, John.
Good to see you too.
You got married just over a year ago.
Hey, Casa.
I was the MC.
Yeah.
How's that treating you?
The year ago or the marriage?
The marriage, of course.
Well, I mean, it's been good. It's been good. I mean, just like any other normal marriage.
Yeah.
You know, good times. Good times.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Low tides.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's just life.
Yeah, it's just life.
It's just life.
But all in all, average has been good.
Yeah. I mean, you quite a good number of people were looking forward to when John Dumelo was going to get married, and then finally it happened.
Right.
How has it changed your life?
I think it's made me more responsible.
Okay.
Made me more focused in life. I mean, because now you have a family.
That's right.
You have to work extra hard.
Yeah.
To take care of the family. Right now it's not just about you. It's about us. And it's about we. So it's made me focused, and I mean, we'll take it like that.
What kind of husband are you?
Me.
Yes.
Oh. My head small.
I know something about you. You are such an amazing person in terms of how you deal with your fans, your friends, like myself. Yeah. And let me say this, like, it's not sheer coincidence, but whenever I'm not well, there's someone who always takes me to and from the hospital. And that's this guy right here. I don't know how that happens, but when I'm down, I'm like, yo, John, where you Charlie? You can't carry me. And it happens. So has it gone beyond how you treat your friends, to your family as well?
Yeah, I mean, naturally, I think I'm a very caring person.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like is when I know that somebody doesn't like me.
Okay.
I always want to find out what the problem is. What did I do?
Yeah, but being everything that you are definitely going to encounter people who like you and those who don't like you.
Yes, I know. But for those who don't like me, I always try to find out
why. Does it bother you?
It does.
But you've been here for so long. You should know it's part of life.
I know, but I want to find out why. For some of them, you just bore them. So there's nothing.
Because you're everything that you are.
So that's when I leave it. But maybe for somebody, the reason will be, I saw you one day walking, and then I said hi, and you didn't say hi. But
that's not typical of you.
No, that's not typical of me. I mean, I always try to say hi to people, but somebody will think that, because they said hi to me and I wasn't watching or I wasn't looking, so because of that, I'm rude and all those things. But I mean, so I always try to find out why and try to just be a better person.
And what kind of dad are you?
Oh, as for that one, to be honest, I like to scare my son a lot.
You do?
Yeah, I like to.
On a scale of 0 to 10, where do you place yourself in terms of being a good dad?
Oh, like 8.
8?
Yeah.
I know you're a very busy person, always running around, either on the farm, in another country.
Yes.
Well, we don't see a lot of you on set these days, but you're always busy out there campaigning for what you're doing in your constituency.
That's very true. So I'm not a best 100% dad, but I try to spend time with him. But most of the time, I always try to just scare him and just shake him up a bit.
Yeah.
That's the kind of. I mean, unfortunately, that's how my dad. That's what he did to me. So me to have to do it to my son.
Are you gonna have more?
I mean, I love children. So
how many are we looking at?
Maybe 3 or 4.
Madam is okay with that?
I mean, if it's okay, I mean, I can always go out and
go out and do what?
Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
What were you saying?
Nothing.
Go out and do what?
And just
adopt.
Yes,
no, I said that for you.
Adopt.
Now, not too long ago, your name came up in one major controversy that got people talking in Ghana because you think that it's not enough for a man to have one woman.
Right.
Is that how you genuinely feel inside?
I mean, that was a personal opinion. I just feel, or I felt that, look, I personally don't see anything wrong with polygamy. I personally.
Okay.
And so I just felt that, look, what about if we just legalize it? I mean, it was just a suggestion because looking around, I realized that some men
Yeah.
have their wives, of course, and
Of
then,
course.
of course, and then they have their side chicks who, in some cases, even perform more duties than the wife. So why don't you just try and legalize it? And then, you know, we're all one big happy family.
Were you speaking for yourself?
God. I know, but one day maybe I'll speak for myself in that context. But
Was it based on what you see around you, or,
Yeah, it's just based
or
on-
what you practice personally?
No. It's based on what I see around me.
Yeah.
And then also, I realize that, look, I mean, you have a lot of people or external influence coming in to say, let's legalize gay rights, let's
Yeah.
legalize homosexuality,
Yeah.
and people are fighting against it, and people are saying no, people are saying yes. So why not polygamy?
But what's the premise for this assertion about polygamy in Ghana?
I don't know.
I know some argue that, you know, as a continent, before the white people came here, Africans are not used to getting married to one woman.
So it was there before.
Yeah, it's been around before.
Yeah. So it's there before. So
Yeah, but I mean, once you're legally married, as per the laws of
Yeah,
Ghana,
yeah.
you can't add another woman.
You technically can if you don't legally marry the other one, unless you do, you know, just go and knock kokoko and all those things. I mean, you can do that.
You know people who are married who have done that?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Can you mention their names?
Oh, I beg. Ah.
But you know them.
Oh, I beg. Ah.
A few of our friends.
They are watching.
Are they
Which
watching?
friends?
I'm asking if they are some of our friends.
I don't know. I don't know.
No?
Yeah, I don't know. So I mean, that's a personal opinion. I mean, I just think that polygamy
But
should be legalized.
I heard Madam didn't take that lightly.
She actually did, because the day I was composing that message, she was there and I showed it to her that, Mommy,
But
this is what I'm.
That's not what the media carried.
Well, yes, that's not what they carried, you know, but
I heard she responded to you.
that, I think, what did she say? I'll come and meet her at home or something.
Yeah.
Or she's going to.
You think it's okay for women to also add on, you know, like a woman is married and
Yes, it should go both ways.
Okay.
Polygamy and polyandry, both ways.
Yeah.
But I feel that, personally, women don't like to share. So it would be hard for a woman to.
how do you know you're not a woman?
I grew up with women, my mother and my two sisters. So I mean, but anyway, I mean that was my personal
Right.
opinion. People can agree or disagree with
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
you know. But the sad part is that those who disagree with me, at the back, they are married and they have girlfriends.
Yeah.
So and then they come and say, "Oh no, it's not good," and it's, you know. But Charlie, so we did.
Our very special guest on the show, undoubtedly one of Africa's finest and favorite faces on our silver screens, Mr. John Dumelo. When we come back, we want to talk about what got him into politics. We're actually in his constituency right now. You
Yeah.
know, what are things going to be like come December 7th, 2020, and the future of John and politics. And we'll talk about the silver screen as well, right here on KOD Meets for my very special guest, Mr. John Dumelo. Welcome back. We're hanging out right here with Mr. John Dumelo on KOD Meets, and we're having fun right here at the plush Qualis residence. Of course, the rooftop. I'm enjoying everything here.
Yeah, it's my first time here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you want to come back here?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Yeah. So, you know, you're looking at a very chill place to hang out with your friends. I recommend Qualis. Yeah, that's a Sky Bar. It's really popping right here. We're hanging out with Mr. John Dumelo, farmer, actor, turned politician, and we're actually in his constituency right now. What
Welcome to my constituency.
Thank you, sir. What was the motivation? What got you into
Politics.
Into politics?
I think from my days back in tech, I loved politics. So
Yeah.
I could attend, or I attended one or two meetings of the NDC, which is
Okay.
10 on tech campus. After that, I really didn't do much. But then I think after a couple of years, from 2012 going, then I actively got back
Okay.
into politics, campaigning for the NDC, And then, of course, especially in 2016.
But back in school, in at Tech, what was the motivation for you to attend some of the 10 meetings?
I think for me, I just grew up in a political family. I mean, my grandmother's brother, which is technically my grandfather, is Obeda Samoa, and so so he was actively
we've all known him in politics over time.
Politics.
Well, one of the longest serving politicians we have in this country.
One of the longest serving foreign
Attorney General, Foreign Minister for many years,
even NDC party chairman, and so on. So I grew up in that field, and so that's what got me into politics. That's what developed my love for that. And so fast forward 2012. I did a few commercials for the NDC campaign. Then 2016, same thing. I went all out, and then so I think it was between 2012 and 2016 when we're going around the whole country, especially 2016, that I was like, you know what, I think I can actually serve the people. I can actually partake in politics, be there to influence change, and I wanted to do that through being a member of parliament. I mean,
is that the only way you feel you can contribute to the growth of this country?
Yes, I feel, because
that's the only way.
No, for me, that's the first way. Because I can be I'm not a successful farmer yet, but I can be the most successful farmer. I can be the most successful movie person. I can be the most successful entrepreneur. But at the end of the day, there's a limit to the kind of change I want to make. And so if I'm able to get into parliament, I can influence and say, you know what, okay, fine, I'm advocating that let's do this about the film industry. I'm advocating that let's do this about farming, or let's do this about entrepreneurship, or let's do this thing about probably foreign policy and so on and so forth. And it is only in parliament that you can do that.
You have a lot of reverence, not just in Ghana. I've traveled many times with you across Africa and other places, and people know you everywhere you go to. In choosing to support a political party, were you not worried that you were going to lose out on some of your funds? Because there are certain people who are typically maybe NPP. They love John Dumelo, but Charlie, John, I like your matter. Why you go join NDC? As a result, I don't want to have anything to do with the name Dumelo.
I think that's a very bad perception. I mean, at the end of the day,
but we've always experienced that around here.
Yes, we have. We have, which is something I don't subscribe to. I mean, if somebody decides to join a certain political party, you don't have to, ignore that person, or just say, oh, because you've joined this party, and so I'm not going to watch your movies or listen to your music again. And I mean, I think we should go beyond that. We should ask ourselves, why has the person joined and what are his beliefs, and still, if you can, support the person to get there. I mean, that kind of politics is a cake.
Ayawaso West Wuogon is noted to be a typical NPP constituency. How easy is it going to be for John Dumelo to win in this constituency? And I'm asking this also knowing that we have an incumbent party being the NPP in power. And definitely, this is Greater Accra. They're going to give your opponent every support and resource to win in this constituency. How are you going to turn the tide?
The Ayawaso West constituency, when people say that it is a typical NPP seat, yes, they can say that based on the fact that they've held the seat for about 20 years. But the truth is that when you take Ayawaso West, it's not like Bantama seat, or it's not like Koforidia seat, or it's not like Edrisu seat. I mean, you can look at the fact that, yes, we've come close to winning the seat so many times, 2008, 2012, where we're just inches away. One, we lost by 2,000, the other one we lost by 1,000. But if you look at certain constituencies, i.e. Ablekuma South, which hitherto was an MPP seat, where they gave us a gap of 15, 16,000. And then Honorable Fritz Bamford came and won it with so many thousands. You can look at Lejekuku, which was an NDC seat, and then Honorable Kuboy from MPP came and won it. You can look at Laura in the Upper West region, which was an NDC seat, and MPP came and won. And these constituencies I'm mentioning were strongholds of NDC, but MPP came. And so when people say, oh, Ayawaso West is an MPP seat, so it's going to be difficult for you. No, it takes a lot of smart work to be able to win any seat. And I know, and I'm confident that I can win this seat.
Why this constituency?
The question, I think for me,
I'm sure you're not hearing this for the first time. I mean, there are people who go like, John, we know your affiliation with the Volta region. And if you had gone to your native land, your hometown, with your clout and everything you are as a national icon, it would have been easier for you.
Yeah, but I wanted something to challenge myself. I mean, if I'd gone to Volta region, everybody knows once you cross the primaries, you're in parliament. Yeah. That's fine. But I wouldn't have added anything to the NDC. Because, let's just say I go to, well, I'm from Hohoi constituency, so I go to Hohoi, which we've been winning by the thousands, and I go and stand. We would still win by the thousands, nothing added. But then if I come to Ayawaso West, which is an MPP seat, and I win the seat, which I would, it would be a plus for the NDC that, look, we've not won this seat in the last 20 years. And so finally we have somebody who's won the seat for us. Then there's hope. Then we know that, look, with smart work, with hard work, we can win many other seats if we plan and we are strategic. And so that's how come I decided to stand in.
There's word out there that you're very famous on social media because of everything that you are. But then it's not really translating on the ground in terms of what you're doing in your constituency. How do you answer to that?
The truth is, it's not everything I post on social media. It's not everything I do that I post on social media. And so daily I interact with people on the ground. Daily I speak to people.
Are you doing door-to-door?
Yes. We are doing effective door-to-door, but when I do my door-to-door, I don't post my door-to-door. And so somebody will think that, oh, the last time I saw John posting something about maybe he's cleaning a gutter. I haven't heard from him. He hasn't posted anything again in the last 2 months, so he's not working. No, but on the ground, we are working, and sometimes it's not good to let out your strategies on social media and so on and so forth.
Totally agree.
And so on the ground, we are definitely working.
When we come back, we want to find out if John has shelved acting entirely. Are we going to see him on our silver screens? I mean, it's been 10 years of doing something very special with Shirley Frimpong, so we've seen him back, but is he coming back as a full-time actor, or it's politics all the way? Right here on KOD Meets. Don't move a muscle. One of your favorite faces on African television, Tele-Live Vision, right here on KOD Meets, my very great friend and brother, John Dumelo. We've not seen you in active acting for some time, John.
I have. I've been acting. Recently, I did Perfect Picture 10 years.
Of course, that was a very special one.
Yes.
10 years after.
Yes, and then I did a movie, Touche.
Okay.
I mean, I've done. I mean, 2019. Well, we're in 2020. Yes. 2019, I think I did about 10 or 15 films.
10?
Yeah. But you see, the thing about the films these days is that when we do it, they sell it online.
Right.
Or when we do it, they put it on DSTV and so on and so forth. So maybe if you don't have DSTV or you don't have you know, any form of online platform, you will not be able to watch it. And so so I still do films.
How do you see our movie industry? It's taking a nosedive. We're not getting productions like before. We went through those days when people actually sold CDs and were actually making sales. But like you said, it's now giving more to the DSTVs and Iroko TVs and what have you. So in terms of sales, I don't know how executive producers are faring. You would know. What is it like?
Well, I think the problem now is that the producers have to be innovative.
Okay.
I mean, granted, now most of us watch films online.
Yes.
That's the Apple TVs, the Netflixes, and so on and so forth. And so that wasn't how it was 10 or 15 years ago. 10 or 15 years ago, you would buy a CD of maybe Bad Boys 1 or Terminator 1 or Rambo or something, slide it in and watch it. Baby and then slide it in and watch it. But now everything is online.
Right.
So I feel that once the producers in Ghana or Africa find an innovative way of putting it online, boom, it will just spark.
Right.
Because, I mean, of course, now you have films being put on Netflix, African films.
Right.
So imagine if Netflix or any online platform comes and says, you know what, we want to do a special online platform for African films. you see everything will just spark.
Right.
You see Ghanaian producers going to produce. You see Nigerians going to produce. You see Cameroonians, Togolese. Everybody, and then the thing will pick up again. So that's the difficulty we are facing. Not being able to transition between.
Right.
I mean, cassettes selling and then the new technology.
Right. When you get to Parliament,
Yeah.
how would you juggle being a parliamentarian or an actor, or you totally say bye-bye to your acting career?
Look, acting will forever be a part of me. I mean, acting has helped me shape my life, and so I think I wouldn't put it aside. I mean, you have people in Parliament who still practice law, practice medicine, or still do their business. But the truth of the matter is that I think parliamentary duties will take up most of my time.
That's right.
And so I might not have enough time for filmmaking and so on and so forth. But there are breaks during Parliament. We go on recess and so on and so forth. And so I think during that time, maybe I can just do one or two just to, add to the masses.
That's right.
But it's not like I'll shelve it.
That's right.
Yeah.
John,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much for making time for us. We
That's
appreciate your time. And yes.
That's all.
We appreciate your time and congratulations. You've taken a very bold step to, go beyond acting to serve Ghana as a country, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And what would you want to tell your constituency? You're in your constituency and the rest of Africa?
I did for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Any cheers?
And my drink is
It's okay. Any cheers?
Thank you. And cheers.
Any cheers? We'll catch you next week right here on KOD Meets. God bless Africa. Peace.